Alright, this is a video for completing the square. These are the same problems that we did yesterday. So the first thing that we need to do is to move this term to the opposite side. So that gives us x squared minus 4x equals 96. Now I need to find half of b and square it. So b is this term. So we take half of that, that's 2 squared is 4. So we rewrite this as x squared minus 4x plus 4 equals 96 plus 4. You have to make sure you add that half of b squared to both sides. So then I'm going to complete the square. This becomes x minus 2. Take the square root of both sides. Those cancel. X minus 2 equals plus or minus 10. X minus 2 equals 10, or x minus 2 equals negative 10. Add 2 to both sides. X equals 12, or negative 8. For the next problem, number 2. I need to move the 31 to the other side. That gives me b squared minus 16n equals 31. Half of b squared, half of this is negative 8, squared is 64. b squared minus 16n plus 64 equals 31 plus 64. This gives me b minus 8 squared equals 95. When we take the square root of both sides, b minus 8 equals the square root of 95, plus or minus. So then we have two equations, b minus 8 equals the square root of 95, or b minus 8 equals the negative square root of 95. Using a calculator, $17.75. So you can have decimals when you have square roots that are not perfect. You can simplify them and get decimals as your answers. Number 3, this is on the correct side, this is not. So this becomes m squared plus 10m equals 56. Half of b squared, half of this is 5, squared is 25, so I'm going to add 25 to both sides. This becomes m plus 5 squared equals 81. Take the square root of both sides. m plus 5 equals plus or minus 9. m plus 5 equals 9, or m plus 5 equals negative 9. m is 4, or negative 14. And the last question. Again, this needs to go that way. So I'm going to add 66 to both sides. Negative 8x squared equals negative 9x squared minus 14x plus 66. But now these need to go over here, so I'm going to add 9x squared to both sides and 14x. This becomes x squared plus 14x equals 66. Half of b squared equals 14 is 49. X squared plus 14x plus 49 equals 66 plus 49. X plus 7 squared equals 115. Take the square root of both sides. X plus 7 equals plus or minus the square root of 115. X plus 7 equals positive square root 115, or x plus 7 equals negative square root of 115. So minus 7, that becomes x is 3.72. Minus 7, x equals negative 17.3.72.